So we begin with the sterling silver feather box chain. Now, if you are familiar with this line, Scott will share, the box chain itself, this rounded box chain, has become the DNA of this line. It's the bread and butter. It's what everybody starts with, they build upon, and so at this point, we merely ask for you to add to it with more beautiful elements like this, the feather overlay. It's $28.29 on Easy Pay. It's going to be so much fun sharing with everybody these values in Easy Pays today. 14.6 grams. We're almost always going to give you that gram weight because they are almost always quite hefty. J361495. It is now part of a much more expanded collection. And as always, Scott will share with us that it's so much more than just a pretty face. Because he is so much more.
Jennifer and I were talking earlier. I go, can you imagine if we just went out there and said this is the piece and I didn't get any inspiration?
Made it fun. Yeah. People would be like, what? Something's wrong with Scott. Yeah. Far from it. So tell us about the inspiration here.
So this was born out of my travels going through Alaska. I spent about 2.5 weeks going to the last great frontier. And as I traveled through Alaska, we went up to Homer Spit, which Homer Spit, I learned while I was there, is the halibut capital of the world. And with all that halibut, may I tell you, there are a lot of bald eagles that fly through there. So as I traveled, I learned from my local guide exactly what the bald eagle means to the native Alaskans. So those of you who may not know, quite often we already know the bald eagle with the U.S. and the symbol of freedom and bravery. But at the same time, for the native Alaskans, the bald eagle flies higher than any other bird in the world. So picture that. We're up here, so in essence, they say it's the closest to God that you get.
That's right.
So from there, it has the ability to bring the lessons and the spirits as it flies down to you. So it can speak to the spirit world and bring those lessons to you. So not only did I fall in love with the story, but then it was actually seen up close and personal. And if you've ever had the opportunity to see a bald eagle, have you ever seen one up close?
Not up close, no.
Okay, when you have an opportunity, I've got a couple of pictures I can share with you.
Of course you do.
It is extraordinary. So on the front, you have two beautiful eagle feathers that come together. So it gives you almost that nice little bib through there. I've then wrapped it in the rope. A rope similar, it's a brand new design, that rope that you would see, that you're going to see later on in a dream catcher through a couple of my other new designs, and we have a soft rope bracelet. But then, because I like to always tell a story, on the inside, there's Homer's Spit for you. So I've engraved, see the spruce trees, look at the eagle coming flying down. You've got, in essence, the mountainside, if you want that to be Denali for you, going through, but everything with Jay.
That's the reverse.
Isn't that crazy? and just to give you all a size, the box chain that it's on, that's our 2.7 millimeter box chain. So that is something that it marries. This will be a perfect combination piece or a standalone. And there's that rope design that I was speaking
on
to
either end.
That you see on the end there. So that's brand new for us.
He packs even the end caps of the center pendant with detail as well. And I love how the texture in the feather looks
open?
Exactly like the one like you would find on the ground.
And part of the challenge for myself was there are so many feather designs out there. So how do you make it unique?
How do you make it unique?
For me, remember picking up the feathers as you went through, and you know what the feather shows? A life.
Yes.
You see the wear, you see the tear, how fly. So the whole collection's called Born to Soar. So is this your life lesson? You mean, is this a representation of what you've been through?
I have my own little story. This is going to be the story of the whole hour.
Was this you? This one's you. This is all you, my friend, okay?
We don't even get a presentation on the earrings.
And I love them.
Oh no, I'm wearing them.